Sanklaburi is a small rural town in western Thailand, near the Burmese border. Sanklaburi is different from other small towns, however, because of its neighbour across the lake. A village which began as a refugee camp and is simply called Mon Village. The teak wood bridge connecting the two is a lifeline for the inhabitants of Mon Village, who cross it daily to work in Sanklaburi.
My name is Mon. I was born in Burma, in Mon State, and live here almost 16 years already. I'm a human rights worker and also human rights defender. My organization is called Human Rights Foundation of Monland, and we are documenting human rights violations, especially in the southern part of Burma, which includes the Mon State.
Burma has a deep history, and a repressive military government has inflicted decades of poverty and civil conflict on the nation. Civil wars between the Burmese military and tribal groups have for years resulted in refugees crossing over to neighboring Thailand.
Human rights violations stay happening. A lot of land confiscations and a lot of corruptions. And that's why people's situation are unstable in terms of no jobs, inflations, the whole economic crisis happens, and a lot of people went into Thailand to find the better life and better job. The people are worried about their life and their livelihood is not stable. So they became internally displaced people, and they moved from the conflict area to a safer area. Some people trying to look for the border area like here, who are suffer from the human rights violation from the Burmese military. They work as illegal migrant worker and they live here. So those people don't have identity yet.
In refugee camps like Mon Village, the most important public support comes from the local Buddhist temple. In honor of the loved monk Pra Uttama, the temple here funds and organizes an annual party for the local Mon people, who come from the hills surrounding the village and even from across the nearby Burmese border. The festival offers a chance for small vendors to earn money. It also includes local delicacies and a feast, free to all. Overseen by the Royal Thai Border Police, the celebration's central event is a form of bare-fist boxing which has existed in Burma for centuries. Local youth size one another up and agree to fight. This is a rare chance to earn money. There is no weight limit. Would-be boxers simply show up in front of the boxing judges, who consent to the fight. Certain restrictions apply to a refugee's ability to travel and work in Thailand, and migrant workers are often underpaid or otherwise taken advantage of. 19 years old So has been boxing since he was 10 and has had over 100 fights. He is from the Karen ethnic group, which has been at war with the Burmese government for decades. Because he was born on the Thai side of the border as a refugee, he has citizenship in neither country. Nearby, two Mon brothers, born refugees, who work in construction jobs locally, have also entered the combat, hoping to earn a small fortune. So is the first to enter the ring. They will rest while other paired fighters box one round, then go up to fight their second round.
The major challenge in this bora is drug smuggling and the use of drug among the young people. It's very high rate, and both the government cannot control. But the Thai authority, they're trying to set up a good policy on that, fighting the drugs in this community, and targeting to the young community not to use drugs. They have done a lot of campaigns, a lot of advocacy among the young people, and also the community living in both Thai side and Mon side. So yeah, they care a lot about the drug. And the second thing is the human trafficking. A lot of people want to enter to Thailand to find the jobs, but most of them have no ID, no identity, and no travel document. So they use like a kind of broker. But the Thai authority and other Burmese authority say that this is illegal human trafficking. Yeah, according to Thai law, if they were found and arrested as illegal worker, they may be detained for like 3 months in the jail, and then sending back to the border where they belong to. So for instance, like if they came from Burma, they have to go to the Burma border. This is the minimum sentence, 3 months. Related to like human trafficking, then they may have like more sentence, like 1 year, 2 years. But mostly, simply when people found with no document in this area, according to the immigration law of Thailand, they have to be a prisoner for like 3 months, 90 days, and then sending off to the other side.
Civil war and simple poverty has driven many of these migrants from their homelands in Burma.
In the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the UN, people have freedom to go travel, right, without any permission to crossing the border. because of their security. For instance, like if there is a war in the other side, so people can come and live here without any permission. But this is totally challenge, a lot of conflict between the international and the Thailand. The official makes a lot of corruption. Both official, I mean Burmese official as well, and Thai officials. People have to pay to go and travel illegally. And a lot of young people are in Thailand. So because of the system, if the system create a better situation for economics, then we will work in our country.
Burma was once the most powerful empire in Southeast Asia. It had its start here, in the ancient city of Begun, more than 1,000 years ago. Inhabiting a wide lowland valley, the Burmans were the most powerful tribe out of many in this part of Asia. As their power grew, they conquered neighboring kingdoms in the jungle-covered mountains, the Mon among them. The Burmese thus built the Empire of Burma, but their realm was always prone to tribal rebellion. When British colonial forces arrived in the 19th century, Burma was unable to defend itself and fell under the power of the British Empire. But the new rulers would find that maintaining peace in Burma required constant vigilance.
There is trouble too in Rangoon. Beneath the ornate Burmese dome of the Golden Pagoda stands a British sentry. This is another of the world's hotspots. It's the soldier's job to keep it as cool as possible.
In 1942, Japan invaded Burma during the Second World War and drove British forces out. The ensuing battle by the Allies to retake Burma left the country in ruins.
Oh yes, there's a tremendous reckoning to be made after the war. There's been so much agony. No one must have too much in a world where so many have less than enough. We shall never dare to claim that the war is won so long as one child goes hungry to bed, one man or woman is sick without shelter and without hope.
Itself shattered by the war in Europe, Britain began leaving its colonies following the war.
London celebrations at the Burmese embassy marked the creation of a new and independent Far Eastern power, the Union of Burma.
The members of the British government have long asserted their belief in the right to independence of all nations. And indeed the growth of the British Commonwealth of Nations, in which all are independent, yet all work together, is a proof that this fundamental conception is shared by the whole British people.
Lastly came the hauling down of the Union Jack, followed by the hoisting of the new red and blue standard bearing 6 white stars. Burma has been reborn, but continues her ancient friendship with the people of our land.
Burma was reborn as a democracy. This new form of government would only survive 2 decades. In 1962, the military staged a coup led by General Ne Win. Burma became a tightly controlled police state. The ethnic minority groups revolted and civil war exploded throughout the tribal regions. many of which bordered Thailand. The Mon were one of many guerrilla armies fighting Burmese forces deep in the hills and mountains. Small and impoverished, some of these tribal armies turned to opium, heroin, and later methamphetamine production to fund their wars. A few have become heavily fortified narco-states, cutting deals with the Burmese junta. Other groups funded themselves and carried on with their fights as best they could. Today, Burma has become one of the largest drug exporters in the world. Tribal civilians escaping these wars formed refugee camps, like Mon village, on the Thai side of the border. Many have been here ever since. With a prayer, the younger of the Mon brothers enters the ring. These fights are not timed. The round stops when either fighter has hit the floor 3 times, is hurt too badly to continue, or the boxing judges see that the fighters need a break. The boy is given some time to recover. The round is over, the young Mon brother having fallen 3 times. The young Mon collects his winnings. He will move on to another fight. His older brother now steps up into the ring. crowd loves this ferocity, and the judge stops the fight so the fighters can collect some cash tips from admiring spectators. He too has earned the chance to fight again.
The minimum wage in here is like 200, 150 to 200. People can earn daily by working hard labor, which is like hand to mouth. But some people only receive like 150 baht. For surviving, it's okay. But in terms of health and education, they cannot cover. So the Thai government gives order. If you hire the legal worker, you have to pay like 300 to 350 baht per day. So this is kind of official rate, but people receive normally like 150, 200 here. It's very difficult. For here, like I see like 150 to 180, 200, depending on their job. For the construction worker, I think like 200 because it's very hard. Fighting is like because of the festival, right? So, but they expect a lot about the money. Sometimes they expect for the price. The price is quite good for them. It can cover like sometimes 1 month of their work. So yeah, money is important. One small fighting, like not the major match, but the small fighting can earn like 1,500 to 2,000, which is like let's say like 7-8 days of work.
So steps into the ring for his second round, but the opponent has given up, either too shaken or too exhausted to fight again.
The other guy gave up.
So's trainer has in the meantime found someone to fight with him. So and his trainer are in fact professional fighters living deeper in Thailand. Most of the boxers here, however, have no formal training. The older of the Mon brothers steps in for his second fight. first round has ended. Nearby, So is preparing to fight again.
So you're asking about the fighter. I think that there's two expectations. One is they are proud of to be able to involve in this part of this festival as a fighter. So, but some of them, are expecting both. They want to be they want to win, and also they want to earn some money. For those who came very far away from this area, so for sure, I think they have some expectation about their income. They win in the big tournament. They will earn like 20 to 25,000, but it is a lot of money. So even can buy a motorbike,
มารู้จะต่อยอย่างเดียวไม่เอาอะไรมาเลยยอดน้องแต่ละคนไอ้ดูนมาพี่เพื่อนขอผ้าพันมือเลย
The first round has ended, and other paired fighters enter the ring. The younger Mon brother has also found another fight.ตั้งการหน่อยเร็วตั้งการทำสารคดีอ้าวใหญ่เหี้ยสัมภาษณ์แม่ยอดไหมถ่ายภาพได้นะน้ำเราบอสใส่เข้าไปแม่งเหี้ยใส่หัวมันดื้อเลยตังค์ผมไม่ถ่ายกูดูขัดส่วนอ่ะป้าเนี่ยขี่ไว้ So steps up for the second round of his second fight. So is thrown over the ropes and out of the boxing ring, but somehow lands on his feet. Seconds later, he lands a smashing elbow to his opponent's face. So has won again.
ข้างล่างนั้นก็เป็นพักพวกแล้วก็ถ้าเกิดอะไรนะครับดูถ้าใครที่เลี้ยงก็ช่วยดูนะครับดูบาดแผลการแผลแตกมากอะไรก็ไปนะครับที่โรงพยาบาลนะครับไปให้แพทย์นะครับทำการเย็บแผล
The older Mon brother meets his opponent in their second round. His opponent's head smashes on the floor, causing him to give up. He has earned a good deal of money. So prepares himself for the final fight of this long afternoon. His opponent is big, and he has been dominant throughout the tournament. So clinches him to gain control. He lands a smashing There is no doctor present at ringside. And so has won the tournament.
สุดท้ายสำหรับในวันนี้นะครับของทั้งหมดทั้งสองฝ่ายใช่ไหมใช่ไหมแล้วก็สำหรับ
With that, the tournament has ended. Until the next year.
จะมาทำการชกกันได้นะครับมาการเปลี่ยนคู่มวยแล้วก็จะทำการชกในเวลาประมาณ 14.00 นาฬิกานะครับสำหรับ ในวันนี้นั้นจะขอประชาสัมพันธ์นะครับโรงทานวัดวังเวการาม